Welcome to the reaction for Season 2, Episode 8 of Game of Thrones. If you're watching this on Patreon, you're going to be getting 4 episodes, 2 from last week and 2 from this week. And I am actually going on vacation next week when you're watching this on Patreon. When you're watching this on Patreon. So I'm going to be recording ahead. Keep an eye out for that. On the Discord, I will post all my updates for how far ahead I'm recording so that you'll know what we can discuss and when. If you're watching this on YouTube, by the time you're seeing this, I believe they'll be on episode 3, I think. So anyways, we're a few episodes into season 3. So if you want to catch up with them and get access to the full reactions, you can join us over on Patreon, or you can get early access to the versions that come here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. And with all that said, let's go ahead and get into the episode.
And what would happen if
Also, can someone tell me how to pronounce
still question whether your new lord
the one I call Enzo, Arya's assassin? Can someone tell me how to pronounce his name? I've seen it. I've seen it on the spreadsheet. Somebody wrote out a comment on YouTube. I have no idea how to pronounce it. So, I want to say the correct name and not just keep calling him Enzo. But I literally don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to say it. Why? Are those crows that they would use to send out messages or something? Oh, is this his sister? Fun! This is gonna be really fun. Okay. Yeah, he knows you're there.
You're a great warrior. I saw the bodies above your gates. Which one gave you the tougher fight, the cripple or the 6-year-old?
Neither, because it's not either one of them.
We're Ironborn. We take what we need.
Exactly.
When you made them prisoners in their home and they ran away. Is that treachery? I'd call it bravery.
Okay, then.
How am I supposed to defend Winterfell with just this lot?
You're not. I've come to bring you home. Father wants a word.
What?
You were a terrible baby, do you know that? And one night you just wouldn't shut up. Screaming like a dying pig. I wanted to strangle you. And you looked up at me and you stopped screaming. You smiled at me. Don't die so far from the sea.
So she actually does care about him.
I brought you a present, Lord of Bones.
Already got one.
I see where he gets the nickname.
This one's just a little boy. Got him!
He could have killed me half a dozen times.
Exactly, and he didn't.
Got him!
But he's a bastard of Winterfell, Ned Stark's son. Mance will want him.
He runs. I'll chop his balls off.
Okay.
I'll do it myself.
I was hoping she'd stick up for him.
We're even now.
Yeah.
Jon Snow.
Exactly. He didn't kill you, so you don't let them kill him. He might not fare so well, though. Although they said he knew more.
I didn't do it. I had the sword in her neck. I know.
Yeah, he can tell.
But they found us before we found you.
They died because of me.
See that it wasn't for nothing.
Okay. Well, now I'm glad he was the only one that went on this trip. At least the only one that we knew and care about.
Is she beautiful?
I've never met her.
We do get to see part of this.
Afraid, I suppose. I don't know her first name.
I'm sure you'll be very happy.
No, he won't be.
And you're marrying her for a bridge.
Right.
It was before they killed my father.
Yeah, he would have.
Marched south and rescued.
Yeah, done anything to get him back.
He was the best man I ever met. I know children always think that about their fathers, but he truly...
Children do not always think that about their fathers.
Right.
Believe me.
Sounds like she's speaking from experience.
I asked him, how can a man be brave if he's afraid? That is the only time a man can be brave, he told me.
I wish I could have met him.
Okay, this is going to seem very random, but I'm very impressed with whoever worked on the audio for this scene in particular.
Most lords worry more about their gold and their glory than the charwoman's scrub.
They have done a very, very good job with it. As somebody who edits audio for a living, this scene would not have been easy.
I want to go home.
And why don't you?
Because we'll never be safe until the Lannisters are defeated. And because I believe in justice.
Chopping off Joffrey's head, you mean?
Yeah, I'm not as, I don't know, evolved, mature as her, whatever. I want my fucking revenge.
The Kingslayer. He escaped in the night.
Tell me this isn't true.
Wait, he escaped again?
You betrayed me.
Rob.
No! You knew I would not allow it, and you did it anyway.
She let him go?
You've weakened our position. You brought discord into our camp. And you did it all behind my back.
Yeah, this isn't a great move, but...
Make sure she's guarded day and night.
Rob, fuck.
How many men did we send in pursuit of the Kingslayer?
40, your great.
I mean, she's kind of forcing his hand here. She way overstepped. And he already feels betrayed by Theon. And so this coming on the heels of that is not going to help.
You're much happier in daylight. What's your name?
I'm Jaime Lannister of Casterly Rock.
Fully aware.
Your father. Do you have any brothers and sisters, my lady?
Too bad they didn't have duct tape back then. They need to shut him up.
I didn't mean to give offense, my lady. Forgive me.
No crimes are past forgiveness, Kingslayer.
Why do you hate me so much? Have I ever harmed you?
You've harmed others.
Yeah, because you're not a good person.
Has anyone ever told you you're as boring as you are ugly?
You will not provoke me to anger. I already have.
Yeah, I think it's a little late for that.
No, a king who runs will not be king for long. He's a Lannister. He'll stand and fight. Stan is 2 days from the capital, and the wolf...
Are we talking about Joffrey? Joffrey's a fucking coward.
The last time the scouts assured us of Stark's movement, he lured us into a trap. Which is why my son is his prisoner.
Not anymore.
Too close to Castle.
And we're getting fucking nothing in return.
Stark won't risk marching on Casterly Rock until he's at full force.
He's a boy and he's never lost a battle.
Yeah, don't underestimate him.
We'll ride at nightfall. I want a full night's march before he knows we're on the move. The girl's proven herself a good servant.
She'll go with?
She'll stay on with you.
Oh no, stay here, okay.
He's poor company when he's sober, but he's better at his work.
Yeah, what do we do? Because A, Rob needs to know. B, I don't want her here by herself.
Look, it's Yoren's little. Used to be a boy, now it's a girl.
Yoren? So maybe that's how you say his name.
You need sour cherries to make it.
Too bad we only have one name left. He's not leaving now, is he? Already? It said night, didn't he?
One brother inside his army be worth 1,000 fighting against him.
How does it feel knowing those men all died so you could skip through the snow with your little savage girl? Should have known better, trusting a traitor's bastard!
Keep up, John.
He's not yours to kill, Crow.
The only thing is yeah, she can say otherwise. She knows what the real deal is with him. But I don't know how she's going to play it, though. Because I think she can really get to him. And I think she knows that.
You should start wearing the gold cloak.
I don't want to wear a gold cloak.
You're commander of the City Watch.
We had a deal, and wearing a gold cloak wasn't part of it.
Fine, fine.
Yeah, y'all are about to be marched upon. What the fuck does it matter? You have bigger priorities right now.
What?
What?
What? Why are you staring at me?
You don't want me clean?
Have they left the honeymoon phase?
An History of the Great Sieges of Westeros by Archmaster Chevalethan. Chevaletesh.
Gvaltish.
Sure.
Did you know there has been a marked drop in thievery?
Okay, great.
And how did you accomplish this marked drop in thievery?
Me and the lads rounded up all the known thieves.
For questioning?
No.
Ah, the great sieges of Westeros. Thrilling subject.
You know it that well?
Shame Archmaester Cheviothan wasn't a better writer.
Stannis knows King's Landing.
I feel like that's me trying to pronounce any name in this show. It's different every time.
And if Stannis does attack the Mudgate, what is our plan?
We could throw books at his men.
We don't have that many books.
We don't have that many men either.
Great. Firebombs.
Pig shit.
Or whatever they were called. Oh, we're back here with them? I wasn't expecting to see them.
Where do you think John is right now?
He went off with a half hand.
He's concerned and missing his friend. What'd you hit?
What in 7 hours is that?
Is it gonna be a body? Oh. Not a body.
If you find something you're not supposed to, best thing to do is pretend you've never seen it.
I'm thinking that's exactly what happened.
Must be dragon glass. Dragon glass? The maesters call it obsidian.
Okay.
Why would a brother hide it here?
I expect it's because he wanted somebody to find it.
What purpose does it serve, though? Can it be used against?
Mind where you're going.
Like White Walkers or something? Like, is it a special weapon?
I'm sorry. Oh.
Is it him?
Where were you?
Yay.
A man has patrol duty.
Tywin Lannister was right here, and now he's gone.
Okay, yes, she.
How long after I give you the name does it take you to kill someone?
A minute, an hour, a month.
I mean, it depends on, where they're at, how accessible it is, when the opportunity presents itself.
He's taking his army to attack my brother. I need him dead right now.
This a man cannot do.
Yeah, this is going to be a difficult one.
That was not promised, lovely girl. Only death. There must be others. Give a name, any name.
And you'll kill them.
Joffrey? The only bummer is,
Jack and Hagar.
A girl gives a man his own name.
Okay.
That's right.
Gods are not mocked. This is no joking thing.
This is why I need to know how names are pronounced.
I'll unname you.
Thank you.
If you help me and my friends escape.
Oh.
This would require more than one life. This is not part of our bargain.
Fine.
Then she's going to name you.
A girl lacks honor.
She's like, I don't give a shit. I want what I want.
A girl and her friends will walk through the gate at midnight.
Okay. I was gonna say the bummer about her providing this last name is that their little thing's gonna be over, and I like it. I like their little weird,
odd little boy.
I don't know, acquaintanceship. It's not a friendship or a relationship. It's just a weird thing they have that I like.
I hear Joffrey plans on fighting.
The young king in his shining armor, fighting to defend the capital against the wicked old rebel.
He's only a boy.
Younger boys are off fighting his war.
And he's still a king, yeah.
Remember Jaime at 17?
Better than you.
I'm sure.
Some don't. His place is not on the battle.
Well, you're the one that ensured he was king. So.
He needs to be out there. The men will fight more fiercely seeing their king fighting beside them. Instead of...
As I say, literally everyone else fights with their armies. Stannis, Tywin, and Robb are all out there with their people.
Why are you smiling?
Yeah.
Because I'm happy.
Why are you happy?
2 seconds ago, you were pissed.
Because I have your little whore.
I thought you preferred blondes.
Tell me, have you married this one yet? Good. Father will be so pleased.
Why do you care who I fuck?
Lovely body. The bruises will heal in time.
Where did you find her?
Varys isn't the only one who hears whispers. Well, you're the expert. Tell me.
You don't buy them. You only rent them.
You're usually a better liar, baby brother. This one you like.
Yeah, it's pretty clear.
You like her very much.
You brought her there with you and have been hiding her.
And how do I know you haven't killed her already?
You'd like to see her? I thought you might. Sir Mandan, bring in my brother's whore.
Oh, this is not going to be good, I feel like. Oh. Well, how do you play this?
I'm sorry they hurt you. You must be brave.
Fuck. Yeah, I mean, because you don't...
I promise. I will free you.
He wouldn't actually want Shay hurt, but...
Don't forget me.
She is...
Never.
Literally being tortured for... no fucking reason. It's not even the right person. So, like, you have an innocent woman being tortured for you. Because of you. She's so proud of herself.
A day will come when you think you're safe and happy, and your joy will turn to ashes in your mouth, and you will know the debt is paid.
Get out.
But at least Shay's safe, I guess. I mean, I feel bad for her.
Shay!
He's so worried. Rightfully so.
I've been waiting all night. What is wrong?
You gotta get her out of there.
You're beautiful. We have to be more careful.
I can take care of myself.
There are people who want to hurt me.
Yeah, and they will use you.
I won't let them. I'll cut off their faces. I will.
I would kill for you. Do you know that?
That's so sweet.
I expect I'll have to before this is over. You're mine.
I'm yours.
Promise me.
I'm yours. And you're mine.
I mean, like, listen, there's definitely some toxic elements to this. You shouldn't have to murder people to be with the one you love. But this is right in line with, like, the books and stuff I like to read, so I'm all for it. I love dark romance.
Once he captures the castle...
Theon has my brothers. If we storm the castle...
Burn the whole world for the one you love.
Any Ironborn who surrender will be allowed to return safely to their homes.
A touch of mercy is a virtue, Your Grace. Too much...
Any Ironborn with the exception of Theon Greyjoy. He betrayed me.
Yep.
The man I considered my closest friend has seized my home and my brothers. I'm fighting a war and I don't know if I should march south or north.
I'm sorry. It was a stupid question. I'm sorry.
No, he needs to vent. This is good. He's opening up to her. Maybe.
I have no rights.
You have every right.
As long as we can fully trust her.
Most kings grew up as princes. They spend their whole lives preparing for the crown.
Yeah, and that's why they're the fucking worst.
I was raised to be a proper little lady. To play the harp.
I'd like to hear you play the harp.
No, you would not.
Just kiss already. There's so much tension.
From reciting Valerian poetry to sawing off men's feet.
When I was 12, my mother and father went to a wedding, and they left me with my little brother. We couldn't bear to be inside, so we ran down to the Vroin.
Oh no, we're sitting. I was hoping we'd just get closer and closer to each other.
When I realized I hadn't seen my brother, and then I saw him floating face down. I dragged him from the water. My friend helped me, I think. I don't even remember. He was so little.
I love how, like, intensely he is just, like, focused on her.
A man ran over. He had a fish tattoo on his face. In Volantis, the slaves have tattoos, so you know what they are without having to talk to them.
Wow.
Started pressing on my brother's chest until my brother spat out. I decided two things that day. I would not waste my years planning dances and masquerades with the other noble ladies. And when I came of age, I would never live in a slave city again. I'm sorry, Your Grace. You told me of your problems and I blathered on.
I don't want to marry the Frey girl.
I don't want you to marry her.
Ah! Yay! Kiss!
But you needed that bridge.
Well, we don't anymore. It's fine. I mean, we might still.
It's a very beautiful bridge.
I'm so happy. Plus, I mean, it's Rob. I'm not going to complain about this. I mean, anybody could just walk in, but I don't care. It's so cute too, because like there's passion, but they're also like smiling and like laughing. That's how it should be.
What did you bring?
Cheese could be better.
The bitch of it is I'm so happy because like one of my ships is actually like working. I feel like this never fucking happens.
You just said walk through the gates.
What about the...
But this is Game of Thrones.
Oh, what, you left that bit out? That's a pretty important part, don't you think?
And I shouldn't...
You have to trust him.
Trust him? You trusted him to fight with us and you set him free and he ran.
My hopes up.
Shut up. Stay here if you're afraid.
Because I have Tyrion and Shay. And now I have Rob and her. And I kind of like Jon Snow and the one chick too. I don't know that I'm like fully on like ship mode with them yet, but wow. Wow. He put in the fucking work.
Robert and Ned Stark, they were the heroes, liberating towns from the yoke of the Mad King while I held Storm's End with 500 men. First we ate the horses. We weren't riding. We couldn't feed them, so fine, the horses. Then the cats. Never liked cats, so fine. I do like dogs. Good animals, loyal, but we ate them. Then the rats.
No. I would just die.
But now I'm the rightful king by every law of Westeros. And when I sit the Iron Throne, you'll be my hand.
Oh.
Your grace,
Okay, I was wondering what the point of this conversation was, and there it is.
I pray us serve you well.
I expect you'll be the first crabber's son to wear the badge.
I swear every time he looks at him, though, he looks at him like he like can't stand him, like he's disgusted by him.
You're a master of whisperers. You're supposed...
His face and his words do not match.
The Stark forces are distracted. Now is the time to strike.
To strike?
To strike?
You do see these men preparing the walls for siege?
Yeah, you're literally about to be attacked.
If my uncle Stannis lands on the shores of King's Landing, I'll ride out to greet him.
A brave choice, Your Grace. I'm sure your men will line up behind you.
Yeah.
They say Stannis never smiles. I'll give him a red smile. From ear to ear.
Sure you will. Please give it a try. Please attempt to do that.
Imagine Stannis' terror.
I am trying.
So when my father named me acting hand...
You're quite good at being hand, you know. Jon Arryn and Ned Stark were good men. Honorable men. But they disdained the game and those who played.
I mean, I don't know about Jon Arryn, but Ned Stark definitely did. He did not want to be...
Last thing I expected.
And you play it...
He didn't want any part of this.
I heard a song. All the way from Karth, beyond the Red Waste. Daenerys Targaryen lives.
The girl at the edge of the world is the least of our problems.
She has 3 dragons.
She won't be eventually.
But even if what they say is true, it'll be years before they are fully grown. And then there'll be nowhere to hide.
One game at a time.
Right? That's, again, not our priority at the moment. Let's deal with the imminent threat first. Yay! We're back here.
We cannot stay here.
They have my dragons. Mother does not flee without her children.
They're not your children. I know they call you the mother of dragons, and I know you love them, but you didn't grow them in your womb. They didn't suckle at your breast. They are dragons.
I mean, she did birth them in a way.
You know I would die for you. I will never abandon you. This magic is strong.
And what of my magic? You saw me step into the fire. You watched the witch burn. What did the flames do to me?
Okay, right, but that's just flames. What else you got?
Until my last breath, I will remember. After I have forgotten my mother's face,
children. And they are the only children I will ever have. Take me to them.
Okay, well, I love this moment too. I'm not expecting anything to ever happen with them, but I wouldn't complain if it did.
We should bury them.
But it don't hurt to let him rot a while longer.
Gold? For the farmer. For his trouble.
He's feeding the crops now. His wife too.
They're back? But yeah, I realized that just confirmed what I already knew. And now what he suspects. Or, well, I don't think he necessarily suspects that, but he is doubting that it's them.
Walk through the stream to throw off the hounds.
So we've just been chilling here at Winterfell?
Who was that out there?
Must have been the farmer's boys.
Killed them, burned them,
Yep.
and passed them off as little lots.
Yep.
They mustn't know.
Uh-oh. Is he awake? Does he know?
They'll never hear it from me.
He's awake, isn't he? Yeah. He's too young to have to deal with all this. All right. Good things in this episode, but we ended on a rough note. So yeah, he's had to go through so much. For someone his age, it's insane. And I feel awful. But he continues to impress me. Like, fucking look at how Theon's acting. And then look at how Bran's acting. Are you kidding me? And the difference in age between the two of them. I would follow Bran any day over somebody like Theon. But that said, it still bothers him. Like even like knowing that it's not actually like the people he cared about, like knowing it's just these two farmers boys that he doesn't know, he still is like, all right, we should bury them. Like, let's take them down. Like, he doesn't want to look at them anymore. So like he's not fully terrible. He's not great. He's not good. But there's still a piece in there that's like worth trying to get to and rooting for. Just that one piece, not the rest. So I'm going to still continue to try. But there was a nice little moment with his sister, though, for sure. Because even before she shared the story about like when he was a baby, she still was like, trying to convince him to come home. She's like, listen, we don't belong here. This is too far from the sea. Like, just come home. Okay, please, basically. Yeah. I mean, granted, her father wanted him home. So obviously she would try to do that, whether she wanted it or not. But I feel like she, was like, as a sister, trying to get her brother to come home with her. So that's a good development, I guess. I don't want them to hate each other. Obviously. The thing I'm most happy about is the development with Rob. The thing is, I don't feel like I should be happy. I think it's going to lead to some issues. However, with Game of Thrones, I'm going to enjoy these happy moments. I'm going to enjoy when things I've been rooting for happen, okay? I'm going to live in the moment and just be happy about it and not think about the potential consequences down the line or the fact that she will probably get killed at some point and it will rip my heart out. Or maybe even Rob will die at some point. I don't know. But I'm just assuming we don't get a lot of, happily ever afters on this show. But for right now, we're happily in this moment. And I'm going to enjoy it and be happy about it. Yeah, and I'm not ever going to complain about seeing Rob in any scene, period, let alone one like that. So, yeah, it was great all around. Because not only that, like even like going beyond that, just like leading up to that scene, how he just like so casually opened up to her about like all of the pressure he was under and the things that he was stressing about. He just like rattled it all right off to her. Which is great that he feels that way with her. And then, she shared the story about her brother and like why she went down this path. Now, granted, he asked, but she still openly shared it. And he, oh my God, was so laser focused on her when she was telling that story and just like focused on every word. I mean, just undivided attention, which is amazing. And she was doing a great job telling that story. Like it was really, it was getting to me, like, not only does it share more about like who she is and her background and why she does the things that she does, but then it also gave us an insight into, why she maybe necessarily doesn't want people to treat her like a lady. And, the whole thing with like, as soon as I turned 18, like I would never live in a city with slaves again. Like that really tells you a lot about her character. We already knew a lot about her character, I feel like, but that just this one story, which she did a great job with the delivery of. And I love that they kind of like took their time in that scene and really sat with it, just gave us a lot. And I liked it. And then we led into the nice bit. Oh, and then we had the great moment with, well, I say great moment, with Tyrion and Shay. Well, even before that, when it was him and Cersei, and we thought that she had Shay, and he was doing he's a phenomenal actor, but he was doing such a good job with that scene because you could just see like the terror and the panic, and the anxiety, in every minute expression of his face and like every time he would swallow and in his eyes. He was just playing it so, so well, which is great because in that scene, he normally, is really sort of, just, casual's not the right word, but he, like carefree and just kind of like, whatever, go with the flow, like makes jokes out of everything. And with women, like he doesn't want people to, well, he can't let people know that he has somebody. But B, even before this, like he slept around, like what did he care? And that was just kind of his shtick basically. And so like he has always had that to his personality. And here in this moment, Cersei had to be able to tell that he was lying and that he did really care about her. And if he hadn't played it the way he had, it wouldn't have been believable that she could be like, you're a better liar than this or whatever she said. So because he played it so well, it really just made the whole scene work and made the whole scene believable. And then it was a great reveal when it actually turned out to be, what's her name, Rosalind? Because I was terrified it was Shay. I was fully expecting Shay to come in there and just look like absolute shit. And like, it takes me as a viewer on not the same journey as Tyrion, obviously, because I'm not in love with Shay, but a similar journey where at first I was like, oh, thank God it's not Shay. And then I'm like, oh shit, no, like this innocent woman is being tortured for no fucking reason. Like it's by accident. But when you're Tyrion, you can't, what do you say? Oh, hey sis, you got it wrong. She's not actually the one I'm in love with. No, you don't. But then you also still feel really bad. I love that she went along with it though. I think she's just a great character anyways. I wish we had a lot more with her. But I love that she not only went along with it, but she was like, what, don't forget me or something like that. Don't forget about me. So like, she's going along with it, but she also is like, you fucking owe me. And so I thought that was a really smart way for her to play that. Yeah. And then that led into him going and fighting her and like being so relieved and then just like telling her how beautiful she is. And then the great scene, the great like part of their exchange where he's like kneeling down in front of her and, it's like, you're mine or whatever. The whole like, you're mine thing is like a trope in a lot of the books I read. And I love it. I'm a sucker for it every damn time. And so like having that exchange between them was great. I loved it. Okay, we've got Jon there. I think we're heading into some good stuff with him. Because now it's not just that he's prisoner. Half hand, I think is what his name is setting it up so that John can basically be a double agent, which has a lot of potential in terms of like an interesting storyline. So I'm excited to see where that goes. And then we have Sam and the other two friends. I don't know their names. I could look at the spreadsheet, but I mean, if we start doing more stuff like this with them, then I'll commit their names to memory. But right now, I kind of don't care. But that was interesting having a scene with just the three of them. And then what did we find? Because obviously that's not going to be nothing. It's going to be significant. So I'm curious to see where that leads. Oh, and then I had so many great little moments in this. This was a fun episode for me. Then we had the moment with Daenerys and Jorah. I love him. So yeah, I don't think anything is ever gonna happen between them. I want to make that extremely clear. It's not like Tyrion and Shay. It's not like Rob and what's her face. Where I was like hopeful that something would actually happen. I have zero hope for Daenerys and Jorah. I don't think anything will happen. I'm stating that making it very, very clear. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be happy if they give me little moments though. Especially because I've been somebody who's, been in love with someone who, I'm not going to say didn't feel the same at the time. I'm now married to him. So like he came around. But for a little while, I was in love and like he wasn't there. We weren't even together. Like we started off as like really good friends. We were in the same friend group and I caught feelings long before he did. And it's hard. It's really, really hard to be around somebody that you love knowing like nothing's ever going to happen. Granted, it might. I'm proof. We've been together for almost 2 decades now. But it makes me like heartbroken for him a lot of the times because I know what that feels like to love somebody and be around them a lot, like constantly, and not be able to like be with them. And so I want him to not have to feel that way. And so I don't know. I feel bad for him, I guess. And so it makes me happy when she's not yelling at him and instead like gives him these little moments. But also it's not great because, then I don't want him to get his hopes up because I don't think he should. But it still was a really nice moment where like, she put her hand on his face and they were just having that eye contact and they were just having that really intimate, not necessarily in a romantic way, but in like they're very connected to each other. They mean a lot to each other. They're like the two people that each other can count on right now. Like he basically lives for her and he's the only one she can trust or count on. And even then it kind of wavers a little bit, but like if there's anybody in this world, it's him. So they have a very strong connection. And just in that moment, you could just feel it. And it was nice. Yeah. Okay. What else? Oh, fucking cat. That situation is frustrating because also like, why? I get that she thinks that it's gonna like give her favor, but like, it's what they're gonna have Jamie back. They're under no obligation to give you anyone in return. They don't even fucking have Arya. I know she doesn't know that, but still, like, why would you give up your biggest bargaining chip? I don't get it. And yeah, she forced Rob's hand. Rob couldn't just let her get away with that. There was no way. Even if he was the only one who had known about it. Even if there wasn't that other guy right there calling for blood, basically. She left him no choice. And honestly, he just placed her under arrest. Like, they all wanted her hung as a traitor, killed as a traitor. So, like, he's already doing less than what the people want. I don't understand her reasoning there. I don't understand the logic. But yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's going to wrap up this one because I'm going to go ahead and get to the next episode. I have 3 more episodes to record tonight and it's midnight. And I was hoping also to record a couple episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. If you're watching this on Patreon, thank you so much for the support. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want access to the full reactions and you want to catch up with them, you can do so by clicking the link in the description below and heading over there. Because like I said, they are already a few episodes into season 3 right now. If you are wanting early access to the versions that come here onto YouTube, you can get those by becoming a channel member. If you don't want to do any of those things, that's totally cool. Just make sure you hit the subscribe and notification button so you don't miss next reaction when it goes out. And hopefully I will see you in that episode.